Today on the channel, we're gobbling them all up with the deluxe Goblin Legion builder from Mythic Legion.
The spirit of Ultimate Warrior will run forever!
Welcome everyone, Kyle here, back again with another Mythic Monday right here on Kyle Peterson 2.0 every single Monday with a brand new Mythic and Cosmic Legion unboxing. And today we're back to Mythic Legions with the deluxe Goblin Legion builder. But for all your deluxe Goblin Legion builder needs and a whole lot more, hit up jaystoysandgames.com, use discount code Kyle, save yourself 15%. Gotta get a deal out there. And of course, going to do this review like we do all the other reviews on the channel. We're going to take a look at the packaging. We're going to talk about it. We're going to unbox it. We're going to talk about it. We're going to see where it goes from there. So let's dive into this old Mythic Legion here. Everybody loves a goblin. Everybody loves a dwarf, but they don't like each other. That's for sure. The goblins and dwarves feuding for ages. Both little guys, of course, as we do know. So I think that's a lot of it. They got heat. Small guy heat is what they got. Kind of like two giants. Like I ever told you the story about my dad growing up on the street I grew up on, or one of the streets I grew up on. My dad, 6'8.5" at one time. 6'8", a big guy, usually the tallest guy in the neighborhood. Nope, there was two guys in the neighborhood that were taller than my dad. It was a wild thing, and I always wanted to challenge each other because they all played basketball, of course. But my dad would have easily won, not just because he's my dad, but sometimes when you get big guys, they're coordinated. Like my dad, he can, put 2 feet in front of each other and stuff and do all kinds of stuff. These guys were very slow moving, very kind of not so coordinated. Let's put it that way. So I know my dad would win on that. Very similar to the little guys out there. Sometimes the little guys walk around just like a normal guy, and sometimes they don't. That's why I always go dwarves over goblins. It feels like the dwarfs got their act together a little bit more than the goblins do, and a lot of that comes down to the beard growth as well. But more tips in the future on my podcast, The Kyle Peterson Show, every single Tuesday, wherever audio podcasts are found, with video cast on YouTube. Check it out. There you go. But now, diving into the goblin here. Mythic Legion's looking good there. You got the goblin in all of his goblin glory. Of course, Legion builder on the side. No individual story, as he is a builder, of course. Then on the back, you do get a little bit of a story. You can pause the video. Check that out if that is your thing. You can do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna force you to read it if you don't want to, and I'm not gonna read it all to you. So there you go. But let's get him out of the package a little bit. See what all is going on here. See you later. The double shuffle. See you later. Goodbye. We get a little card says heat up the joints. See you later off the screen. Goodbye. We got a baggie of extra parts, and then of course we got this going on there, and then we got the plastic prison right there. But I'm gonna take this offline, get all this stuff out of the package. We'll be back talking all things goblins. All right, we got the deluxe Goblin Army Builder out of the package, and I guess I was thinking there was a little bit more pizzazz to this one than there was. Now, these are usually a little bit cheaper. I think $37, $39. What is time? What is money? Not as expensive as some of the deluxe figures and usually the $50 price point figures, as it is just a little guy. And for some reason, I was thinking it had extra head in here, and we all want a little extra head. We know how that goes, but it is not the case right here. So I guess if you have other figures, you can move and mix and match. But if it's a Legion builder, an Army builder, I really think they should give us a different head, even if it's a head we had before, because maybe we want to buy multiples of these, mix some things around. But then again, it's very racist in this day and age, but a lot of people say it. Now, I don't say this ever, but a lot of people say all goblins look alike. I don't know if that's the case or not, but I have heard that a time or two. So maybe that's what the Legion crew thinks, that we don't have to give extra heads over here. They all look the same. They all look the same, which, come on, Legion team, do better. Do better. There you go. Goblins, they all got souls too. I've heard that as well. But let's dive into the accessories first on this one. No extra hands for those keeping track at home. You do got the little sash over the top here if you want to store some weapons. Put it over the top, you can do that. We do get the shoulder gauntlets up here. Now, I'm going to display as much of this stuff as possible on the figure. One thing about the Legions, you usually have baggies of accessory parts. I think this one, you can pretty much get everything stored on the figure, which is always kind of nice. But we do get the shoulder gauntlets up here. Of course, give them a little extra protection on the shoulders. Gotta have that. He's got a little knife, a little blade, very primitive looking, very scary looking with some spikes on it. We have seen this before in the past as well, but very cool to see that there. Then we dive into a big blade here. Now you can choose your own adventure. You can have 2 separate swords, got the curved blade, basically a greenish color on this one, really taking that goblin green to the next level. But you can also plug the weapon together to make a long sword right here. Very cool. So choose your weapon adventure. How do you want it to display? You want them going like this with 2 of them? You want them wielding one of these like so? You can do whatever you want. So you get 2 of those going on. And last but not least is a very cool shield on here. Looks a lot like a turtle shell is what it looks like. Now you do got a hole here and you do got the plug in there if you want to put that on there. Have him defend himself with his shield, or it does look like you can plug this into his back. Like so. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to plug it into his back. It almost reminds you of a turtle shell, kind of like the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or something. I do like that a whole lot. Once again, you got the green color going on. All kinds of protection on here. Definitely can use this as a weapon if you need to. But very, very cool. Very nice shield on this one. Like that a whole lot. But that's the accessories. Now we got to get down to the goblin himself. Everybody likes to get down to the goblin way of doing things. And I believe the same body we've seen on dwarfs in the past. So basically, rinse and repeat. Give a dwarf head, bam, you got a dwarf. Bam, you pull the dwarf head off, bam, you got a goblin. So a lot of bamming going on if that is your thing. All the way down into Alabama, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Shout out to Alabama, of course. Now, you do got 2 horns on the top of the head, and you got the big old spike on the helmet looking pretty good. And then you got an ugly green face on him. You got the tusks sticking out of there. You got the yellow eyes, just definitely looking like a goblin. If somebody drew a picture of this and they said, hey, this is a goblin, you'd say, yeah, that's a goblin, all right. Looks like a goblin to me. But outside of that, we're really getting down into just a kind of a generic knight body, a little dwarf knight body maybe. But you got the guard all over the stuff, the protection everywhere, down into the gloves on the hands. Silver looking good, very cool. Got the collar protection, got the big overlay. Do got a little bit of a loincloth action down here in brown. Very forward thinking, very Masters Universe style as well. Got the protection pieces off to the side there. All the way down to the legs are protected. And then you got some very cool Iron Sheik or Original Sheik. Pick your Sheik. Or Kofi Kingston. No, not Kofi. Xavier Woods. Pick your poison on that. But you got the spikes on the end for just a little extra danger if you get kicked in the shin by one of these goblins. Now his arms do go all the way around for us there. We do get a single jointed elbow. I just got to move these things around a little bit. Always kind of off center out of the package. Move them around a little bit. There we go. Hands can be removable, back forth, side to side. Head removable, back forth, side to side. You do get the neck piece in green as well for those keeping track. Dumbbell joint right there at the waist, back forth, side to side, up and down. Those big old goblin splits, kinda. You can at least do that goblin sidekick if you need to. Always ready to go like a young Chuck Norris or Jonathan Brandis in sidekicks. Oh, one of the all-timers. Single jointed knees, side to side. Boot up and down, back and forth, side to side as well. He does got a hole in his foot. Let's find out if he fits on a ringside collectible stand. Of course, using discount code Kyle to save 10%. You guys know how we roll by now. And what do you know? Fits on a ringside stand, ready to go. Is this goblin? Is he a goblin king? I don't know about that. Maybe a goblin queen. Who knows what he's up to? But he does look good for what it is. Obviously a little cheaper price point, and that is definitely warranted here. Feels a little less than some of the other Mythic Legions, but that makes sense with a Legion builder. So I get it, but great for customizers. Great if you just need a goblin in your shelf. That's what we got right here. But what say you guys and gals out there? You pick up this goblin? Easy pass, easy pickup? Let me know in the comments down below. Of course, don't forget my brand new podcast. Mentioned it earlier, every single Tuesday wherever audio podcasts are found. Video cast on YouTube. It is The Kyle Peterson Show. Check it out. If you've missed it already, you've got some catching up to do, but you can do it. I believe in you. I believe in you. Sir Paul64 on the X, _Kyle_Peterson on Threads, Instagram, TikTok, Kyle Peterson Show, gmail.com, Pro Wrestling Tees, search Kyle Peterson, YouTube channel memberships, and Patreon for early access to the videos and the best way to support the channel. And my new book, The Complete Guide to the ECW Original San Francisco Toy Makers, available on Barnes & Noble and Amazon and via me if you want to reach out. Check it out. Appreciate the support on all the endeavors out there. So for another Mythic Monday, I'm Kyle. See you guys all real soon.
Well, are we gonna dance or are we gonna play?